I mean, that's not bad. Most abandoned kids just die. These get to turn into a crazy creature, have some wigs, they get a nice little song. As far as undead baby creatures is concerned, could be worse. That's all I'm saying.
But if you tell the police, if the bones are real, they shut the place down. It becomes a crime scene. So it's like nobody's called them yet.
40 to 50 years. Age-related.
What the hell?
Oh my God!
Was that Campbell? Was it murdered? What happened?
Just stumbled upon a murder, and Detroit Zoo is covering it, allegedly.
Prepare yourself for Earthling Entertainment, the perfect blend of paranormal and pop culture, with your host, Joe Wakefield and Ryan Lang.
I love it. I'm a fan of this. I'm here for it.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Earthling Entertainment with your hosts, Joe and Ryan.
That's right. I'm your host that creepy old fortune teller warned you about, Joe Wakefield.
I was warned about you. Hi, I'm Ryan. To all of our returning listeners, we have another good one for you today. If this is your first time tuning in, we got to explain you how we get things done around here. Joe?
Well, I don't mind if I do.
Let's do it.
So, guys, what we do here is a little bit of the spooky, a little bit of the creepy, an actual even split between pop culture and paranormal. We have a section after our banter, of course. We have a section where we call spooky stuff, which is cryptids, haunteds, myths, legends. After that, we have a little thing called Earth Pop, always with a celebrity guest interview and just genre news, anything that's happening in the nerd pop culture world. Followed by Disclosure Discussion, which is all about aliens. And then we wrap it all up with Real World Weird. When something is strange but true actually happened, but not paranormal, that's where it belongs. Real World Weird. Like to end with a laugh. They're usually funny.
They usually are. They're pretty. Sometimes they're freaky.
Oh yeah.
But
true.
you know,
well, just like there was a head of cabbage, I think last week that had a celebrity face, and that's creepy. That threw me.
That threw me a little bit as well. But no, we definitely have a great show prepared for everybody today. So, have you been playing any video games lately?
Yeah, actually, I know it sounds funny, but because the new Spider-Man came out, I started playing the Spider-Man game.
Okay.
I started playing it last night. I just never got around to it. It came out at a time that I was playing a lot of different games. So I had bought it a while ago when it was on sale, and Miles Morales 2 is like a double pack, and I just jumped into that. And I haven't really played it enough to really tell you how good it is yet, but I do enjoy swinging around the city.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
What about you? Got anything going on?
I played Breath of the Wild again on the Switch 2, and you spend $10 and it upgrades it to the Switch 2.
So it's better graphics,
yeah. So I already had the cart.
Don't feel bad. I did the same thing for Fallout 4, the anniversary edition. So
yep. Yeah. And so totally worth it. I played pretty much almost 100%ed Breath of the Wild.
How many times have you beaten that game now?
That's the second time.
Okay, that's not bad.
And so now I'm playing Tears of the Kingdom, which is funny because I know I think I was playing that like back when this podcast first started.
This one or
So this is the sequel to Breath of the Wild.
Got it.
And no, it's so much fun. Once again, paid the $10, upgraded it, and it's just such a beautiful game. It's like I just can't talk about it enough, honestly. Like
fair enough. There's a few games I'm waiting for. I'm kind of open world like fantasy mode. I'm thinking Fable. Obviously, I want to play the new Fable. I guess it's going to come out in like February. They have a open world Avatar, the Last Airbender game coming out.
Okay.
Yeah. And all the Avatar games have sucked. They've been terrible. They never put enough money in them. They all look kind of like Rapper McRappy.
Yeah, Rappy McRapperson.
Yeah, whatever.
Yep.
That's an actual rapper.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Shout out to Rappy.
Wonder what you're doing. Anyways, that threw me. But I just never liked the animation, and I have the Legend of Korra game, and it was kind of the same thing, man. And I have it downloaded on my console, and apparently they delisted it, so you can't even get that game anymore. I just happen to be able to have it because I still have it downloaded. And I'm just looking forward to an open world game where I could run around and play Captain Planet, as you would put it.
Right. And let's see, I've been nice, but no, Ocarina of Time, I guess, just announced like
they're doing a remake.
They're going to release it in November now.
it's a remake. So how much money are they planning on making with a remake? 'Cause it
Oh my
is-
God, so much.
I know that, but it's been a game that's been released a couple times. I bought it on, I don't know if it was
But this
DS
is
or
like
something.
a literal complete. They're not just, they are making a whole new game of that game. Like, if that makes sense, with modern graphics, like completely new.
Okay.
It's gonna be incredible.
So it's not just like an HD upgrade.
It's
no,
a reboot.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
they did that with Final Fantasy VII, and I like that one. So here we go.
Dude, it's gonna be incredible, and I know it. Like, I played that game so much on N64 when I was a kid. Like, I beat that game a million times. I can't even count.
I just think it's funny that where you keep paying for games that already came out. You know what I mean?
I've held back on Star Fox. I still haven't bought it.
Well, no, like I bought Horizon Zero Dawn when they did an HD version of that for PlayStation 5, and I replayed that and beat it again, and it was like, yeah, all right. Well, I mean, I like the game. I did it again. How many times have you played Fallout 3, honestly?
An embarrassing amount of times.
Or like Fallout New Vegas?
An embarrassing amount of times.
Or like, Skyrim?
so much.
Okay.
Too much, man. Because I even got it on my Switch.
You keep buying new versions of it.
I paid the full price too, I think.
Oh man. You know what the most notorious for that is The Last of Us. The original one came out in PlayStation 3, and then they had like HD on PlayStation 4, and then they had a HD on PlayStation 5, and then they completely remade it, and then they just called it Part 1. Like
Part 1.
they keep doing the same thing.
Do you want Part 2?
I do.
More money.
I mean, not that particular Part 2, but I'm just saying I would like a sequel to these games. I don't know if we'll ever get a sequel to that game though, because people hated the second one so much. It pissed so many people off.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I heard nothing. I know nothing.
Oh, fair enough. Well,
Yeah.
we don't need to get into it. People weren't fans, Ryan. They weren't fans at all.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, other good news is Elder Scrolls is, I guess, really having the fire lit under their butt right now.
I
is
didn't
what heard.
realize this banter was all going to be about video games. I
I
wasn't
just- I-
necessarily prepared. That's fine.
I heard good things.
We don't talk about video games enough. It's cool with me.
That's what I'm saying. I heard good
I
things.
think you're talking about Bethesda.
I believe so.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
So, I know I'm terrible. I
Well,
forget, but I know that
what
people are excited about it.
Bethesda, I believe, and I'm not 100% on this, so you guys could fact check me. Feel free to tell us in the comments
Please
if I'm
do.
incorrect. But something like Obsidian is now doing a couple games for Bethesda. It was moved over to
Bethesda.
them. Yes.
Yes, I know
Yes.
it's.
So my slight mispronunciation, and you're going to act like you knew that.
That's right. I did.
Mm.
I knew that.
Jerk. But you know what stinks is I haven't been able to play as much video games lately because my kids, and it's not even that I can't play video games because I have to be too attentive, because I do, that's a thing, but you could still play certain games in between the children. No,
Yeah.
it's about appropriateness, because my kid is like 3 and he's at the age where he's just repeating everything, and I'm like, well, I just keep telling him not to like hit or throw toys. Maybe I shouldn't play this ultraviolet game where you're throwing things and hitting people. And then I tried playing the Bluey video game. I was like, all right, this is perfect. It's the best of both worlds. I'll play Bluey. I get to play a video game, and he's going to be like, into it. And then we could do this. Problem was he was into it and he wanted to play it. And he just does not get the concept of games at all. And he's just like, in the corner, like the guy's not moving. And I'm like, jump, turn around, do something. Ah,
It is painful.
damn it. Like,
first.
Just pick up the freaking puppet. Like, he
My-
was-
My kid kicks my butt at Mario Kart, like especially Super Smash Brothers. I can't. It's hard to beat him.
I look forward to being able to have some
killing
competition
it.
with my kid. Like, I feel like as a man, I might take a hit if my kid can beat me at basketball or football or any of these sports. But I think in video games, like, nah, dude, he's a kid. He's supposed to do it. These kids get paid millions of dollars for playing video games. Our
true.
children are just going to be savants. They're going to be so used to it. They're going to be indoctrinated. They already are. Little tablet games. It's
Yeah.
terrible.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Unless the world becomes a matrix, then they'll become gods. We will raise a generation of Neos,
What do you
and then
mean
everyone will be
becomes?
flying around.
Well, yeah.
Keanu Reeves. I hope everyone's as nice as he is, though.
I hope so.
I would
too.
take a world of Keanu Reeves flying around.
I know kung fu.
How weird would that be? Like, everything in the world is exactly the same, but there just happens to be 10% of the population who look exactly like Keanu Reeves or just flying around with sunglasses. What a
mean,
world.
Yeah, too bad, right? I mean,
Is that not where you thought that was going?
nah, we're just gonna have to make do with what we got.
One Keanu Reeves.
It's just one. We got one. Let's hold on to
Do you
him.
remember that South Park episode where he's like, he's basically Keanu Reeves? Apparently, I have been informed by our producer that I have spoken too much about Keanu Reeves. I'd like to apologize to our audience. Can't promise it won't happen again, but here we are. Anywho, are you about ready to jump into spooky stuff, Ryan?
I forgive you, Joe. Let's do it.
All right, guys. Well, prepare yourself. Ryan's got 3 pretty cool cryptid monsters on this one, and yeah, check it out on this week's
Spooky stuff.
The Peryton is a mythological hybrid animal,
Yeah, it is.
combining the physical features of a stag and a bird.
Yeah, so a Pegasus deer.
That's right.
Yeah.
The Peryton was first named and described by George Luis Borges in his book Of Imaginary Beings, a book containing descriptions of creatures from hundreds of years old folklore. Allegedly, Borges used a now long-lost medieval manuscript as a source for his depictions.
I mean, that feels a little fishy, right? I mean, you're just like, yeah, this is exactly what I use this book because
Well,
it's missing.
I
It's
guess
missing, Ryan,
I guess that's up to you guys.
right?
According to Borges, the Peryton, a mythical creature, once inhabited Atlantis until an earthquake destroyed the civilization, prompting them to fly away.
Yeah. So what? I guess they didn't make it across the ocean was kind of the whole thought there.
Makes sense.
I mean, I guess, but I just,
They're pretty big.
it's a deer with wings.
I know, right?
I feel like that would be amazing
it would be really cool. That'd be really mythical.
and delicious.
I mean, venison mixed with like chicken or turkey. I
No,
guess.
I'm kidding. I don't know. It's just I like the idea of winged deer. How big do you think their wingspan would have to be to actually lift the weight of a deer?
It has to be huge,
right? Like if this was a real creature, it would have to be like a 15-foot wingspan for a normal sized deer. Am I wrong? Because that was my understanding. I mean, look at dragonfly. Look how long their wings are to their body.
Well, I mean, just because they flew away doesn't necessarily mean they're gone. They might have just found a new place to hide. You know,
No, they're
never
dead.
know. You don't
They're
know.
all dead. That's why we keep finding those winged skeleton of deer in the ocean.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that why?
Yeah,
Huh.
the Mariana Trench full of them.
Right next to the mermaids.
Maybe they ate them.
Maybe the Peryton is described
That's stupid.
as having the head, neck, forelegs, and antlers of a stag, combined with the plumage, wings, and hindquarters of a large bird. Legend says that initially it casts the shadow of a man until it kills a human, after which it begins to cast its own shadow.
Oh no. So so you think it's like a trap? Like you're sitting around a campfire and there's like happens to be a rock face behind you. And then you notice there's just this shadow of a dude. Like, oh, it must be Gary. He went off to get more firewood. Oh, I'm gonna go say hi to Gary. You walk over there and just get like impaled by these things. And then just slowly it turns back into a deer. There has to be a third guy though watching, because otherwise how would he know?
Peryton again.
I mean, it kind of makes this deer seem really vicious because this is the
It
only
does.
this is the only time it's like it's from Atlantis. It can fly. It impales people.
It wants to kill a man.
Yeah, like randomly.
I mean, well,
I mean, I get it.
a Sybil prophesized that the Perytons would contribute to the downfall of Rome.
What's a Sybil? Like a psychic?
It's like an ancient philosopher.
Oh. Oh my God. I know it didn't happen, but what if Rome fell seriously because there was a bunch of these just Pegasus deer storming it and just impaling people? There's a guy sitting down, he's writing a book, it conveniently says history of our people on there, so you know what he's writing. And he's like, they're not going to believe this. I'm just going to write other things.
Watch out for the Peryton attack. Additional folklore suggests that Perytons may be the ghosts of sailors who died far from home, their shadows resembling humans until they claim their first victim. In Borges' original
What does
Spanish.
the deer have to do with sailors?
I
Like,
don't
it's
know.
not like there's a lot of deer on ships.
Maybe those are the ones that survived. So sailors were seeing them like just these a bunch of winged deers just floating around.
Oh, like, I guess they're just pissed off.
It was like, holy crap!
Of course that thing would kill you. It's been like in the water. It's just like,
This sucks.
I hate it. What's going on?
In his original Spanish edition of the Book of Imaginary Beings, the Peryton is referred to as Peritio, with the presumed Latin origin, and any connection with the Peryton remains unclear.
All right, fair enough.
So that's the Peryton.
I kind of like it. Is it a legend or a cryptid? I'm not sure where it falls. All I
It's-
know is for some reason it's associated with the water, even though it's a deer with wings.
That's what I was about to
Yeah,
say.
a deer that walks on land and a bird that flies in the sky. So water.
It does sound like a mount, like something you would ride, like in like a Dungeons and Dragons or something like that. Like it just sounds like something like that, like something mythical creature you would ride. Like
Normally I'd agree, but like, what if can you just ride a deer? Like they're too small, right? Like in fantasy stories, there's
They
guys
did in,
riding giant deers, but people don't ride deers.
in Lord of the Rings, the
yeah,
elves
the Lord
did.
of the Rings is a fantasy.
Yeah, the
thing.
elves did.
Yeah, the elves are sick, man. They don't weigh anything. Okay, I'm talking about a normal, healthy adult man riding a deer. Is it possible in real life?
I think it is. I think the elves have shown us the way.
Okay, well
So-
then I think we need to get back into business with this Etsy and do a deer saddle, because I don't think there's a lot of deer saddles. Got to make room for the wings.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure that out, but I think we can do it.
Can you imagine?
If
though?
Hiccup can do it with a dragon,
There you go.
we can do it.
Can you imagine though if we had just this weird Etsy just full of just these nonsense products that are actually made, but obviously like they're useless because it's like it's just this weird shaped saddle. Like oh, professional stitching, but like nothing is shaped this way.
That's for riding winged deer.
Oh man, I just like
Do you
the
have a winged deer?
I just like commitment to the bit. I do. I like the going completely far enough to design something and make it and sell it when it is completely useless because of one joke we said in the episode.
We could open up a shop at the Renaissance Fair. I'm sure someone would buy it,
You are right.
like hands down.
But
Like, it
now
would
this is
happen.
becoming a real thing.
That's what I'm
Now
saying.
you're getting me excited,
We
man.
can make this happen.
I want to be all Renaissance merchant, man.
That's right.
All right, cool.
All right. So that brings us to our next crypt. This one's kind of like almost like I don't know how to describe it. So here we go.
Okay.
Útburður is a bird-like creature found in Iceland. It is described as a raven-like creature with the body of a raven and a human baby skull for a head.
That's a little horrifying. Have you ever seen baby skulls? They have all the teeth up in their face.
Yeah, so it's messed up.
Yeah. I mean,
Ye-
plus, baby skull would be creepy just in general, but like the teeth, dude, they're like all embedded up in here. and
Yeah,
shit.
I think everything about this is petrifying, Joe.
All right.
It's always creepier when it's with kids. It's just always creepier. The Útburður is the soul of a child who was abandoned by their mother and left to die in the lava fields, and the color of its feathers are the color of the blanket the mother wrapped them in. In old rural times, when families faced extreme poverty, unwanted newborns were sometimes left outside in the wilderness to die. The Útburður makes loud, haunting, howling sounds during bad weather and can drive people to madness, losing their way. The
Now, I get that because when my kid is screaming, it is just like volume,
Yes.
please, Jesus. Ah. So yeah, that could drive me insane.
Yeah.
Plus, the weird baby-faced bird is definitely a creepy image, and it says it's like a baby-size head, right? Or is
Yeah.
it just a baby-shaped head? The reason why it matters, if it looks like a baby skull, but it's proportionate to the body, that's one thing. But if it looks like a baby skull that's proportionate to the size of a baby, then you got this honking body with this like orange on the top of its head,
from
and I might laugh at that.
from the images
It
I've
looks like
seen,
it's gonna look like a Goomba.
from the images I've seen, it is the size of a normal baby head, baby skull, so the bird becomes proportionate, if not a little bit larger. Sometimes the head's actually a lot smaller, and the bird is actually bigger.
They're just gonna look like Goombas.
I mean, a little bit like Goombas.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Which reminds me, guys, tomorrow I am actually on a podcast called Two Filthy Casuals. Their new
Okay.
episode comes out tomorrow. I'm defending the 1993 Super Mario Brothers movie. Now, I love this movie unironically, and I talked to Ryan about it a lot. We actually made a pact that I'm not allowed to talk about it on the show anymore. This being an exception because I want to do a shout out. If you guys want to check out me talking for an hour defending the 1993 Super Mario Brothers movie, because it is, of course, the greatest cinematic achievement of that generation.
You guys are welcome.
Check out Two Filthy Casuals tomorrow,
But I digress.
wherever you get your podcast.
The Útburður
Útburður.
does not speak except if it finds its mother. It says, "My mother in the fold of sheep. Do not worry, do not weep. I shall lend you my blood-red rag for you to wear. For you to wear."
That's a nice. They get a little poem.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not bad. Most abandoned kids just die. These get to turn into a crazy creature, have some wigs, they get a nice little song. They get to freak people out. I mean, you assume at least some of them got revenge on their parents and drove them mad with their screams.
Oh yeah.
I think this, as far as undead baby creatures is concerned, could be worse. That's all I'm saying.
That's true. And I'm sure that, they get their revenge, which I believe is what that entitles. That they
Yes.
found their mom and they're gonna kill her.
I mean, I don't promote or I don't think matricide's a great choice, but
No.
if you became a weird baby skulled bird thing, I could see being pissed off. That's all I'm saying. I get it on some level.
I could see being upset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At
The
least,
the whole being left outside to die thing aside.
I mean, we grew up in the 90s. Weren't we all left outside to die?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. Hey, but we made it. We, mostly intact.
Moving on.
The Snallygaster.
Ooh. For those of you who don't remember, Ryan and I had a little pop quiz of which cryptids have wings and which don't have wings. I believe it was on our 100th episode, and that is the only time we've ever talked about the Snallygaster. So I'm excited.
Yeah, it was a quiz question,
That's
and
right.
I'm sure I got it wrong.
Actually, you did really well on that quiz.
Yes. So, the Snallygaster is a mythical dragon-like feathered beast said to inhabit the hills surrounding Washington and Frederick counties in Maryland. The area was settled by German immigrants beginning in the 1730s. Early accounts describe the community being terrorized by a monster called the Schnellergeist, meaning quick spirit in German. The earliest incarnations mixed with the half-bird features of a siren and a nightmarish features of demons and ghouls.
That's very broad, man.
Right.
Yeah, because
It was a tongue
demons are
twister
kind
too.
of like up, that's up to interpretation, isn't it?
It sounds like it, right?
All right, because anything scary could be a demon. I had a family member, my
But
Aunt
I do-
Paula, who believed that the trolls, like the long hair from
Yeah.
the 90s, not that new cartoon, but the ones from the 90s,
Yeah.
she said those look like demons to her. So
That makes sense. I just love the name Schnellergeist.
the
The
Schnellergeist.
Schnellergeist.
It feels like it should be a pub,
Dude,
like the Schnellergeisten tap or something.
Schnellergeisten. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Copyright Earthling Entertainment.
I don't think we can do that.
Well, you heard it here. That's right.
I mean, if we do add tap, like if we add to it, I think you can copyright that. But I don't think you can just copyright a name. They're like, I'm copyrighting Carl. Anyone
That's right,
named
just
Carl owes me money.
The Snallygaster was described as half reptile, half bird, with a metallic beak
An old man.
lined with razor sharp teeth, occasionally with octopus-like tentacles.
No, I didn't see that coming. That was not on my bingo card.
That's right. Out of left field.
Right on.
Tentacles. It swoops silently from the sky to pick up and carry off its victims.
Whee! Yoink.
The earliest stories claim that this monster sucked the blood of its victims. 7-pointed stars, which reputedly kept the Snallygaster at bay, can still be seen painted on local barns. Newspaper accounts throughout February and March 1909 describe encounters between local residents and a beast with enormous wings, a long pointed bill, claws like steel hooks, and the eye in the center of its forehead. It was described as making screeches like a locomotive whistle.
Oh, that'd be kind of annoying and scary. I'm not gonna lie, this sounds horrifying. Like all of that seems normal. For some reason, what gets me is the tentacles.
The tentacles,
Tentacles throw me.
well, it's like it makes you like wonder what this could be. Is this an alien hybrid creature? Like, you know what I mean? They are known to splice things in the past. What if this is just another
Oh, so you're saying like
ET experiment?
that's
gone
an
wild.
interesting idea. I was thinking maybe it just had dreaded hair.
Maybe. That's true. Dreaded
Maybe
hair.
Maybe it's just a Rastafarian monster.
Or he's kind of like the Predator in a way. They've got like the cool,
Yeah.
like dread looking, like tendrils.
Well, he's stylish. I think we could all agree on that.
You're darn right. So, the Snallygaster, a great deal of publicity surrounded this string of appearances, with the Smithsonian Institution offering a reward for the hide. U.S. President Theodore Roosevelt reportedly considered postponing an African safari to personally hunt the beast.
See, that's a badass president.
That
I
is
gotta be
awesome.
honest. That guy was like, you know what I'm gonna do, dude? I'm gonna do a bunch of like national parks. I'm gonna go on random hunting sprees. And you know what? I'm gonna be so loved. They're gonna create a stuffed animal bear, dress them up like me, forever dubbing stuffed bears as teddy bears.
We even got
Like,
Ted.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Thank you,
And just-
Teddy Roosevelt.
And
I don't
that-
know anything about your politics. You could have been a crap leader, but I like you as a person and hypothetical things.
I'm off to get the Snallygaster. Like,
Ha-ha!
like it's just right. I
you
just
imagine?
can't help it. Like, haha. Like,
It's like, well, we were going to have a State of the Union address, but the dude went off hunting.
hunting
what's
what?
funny? Snallygaster. It's
What?
It's kind of funny though, because I feel like it's a different time, right? Like if anyone's just like, if a president right now of any country is like, I'm going to go hunt a lion, everyone's going to be like, oh, boo. Like no one's going to be about it, which I get, but a mythical beast is different. That's fun.
I'm gonna go get me a Snallygaster.
Yeah, right.
Like what would we do? Like,
oh man, it's like Kim Jong Il is just like, well, who cares? I got a graboid.
Like, oh no. I hope
I have
not.
pictures. They're all AI.
Someone get Kevin Bacon on the phone stat.
Let's move on.
In 2008, author Patrick Boyton published a book about the history of the Snallygaster entitled Snallygaster, The Lost Legend of Frederick County. The Snallygaster has been linked to another urban legend, the Deweo, by local Frederick County newspapers, which reignited interest in the Snallygaster legend. So it lives on.
Good.
So in 2021, Sarah Cooper, a cryptozoologist in Maryland, opened up the American Snallygaster Museum in Liberty Town.
Okay, where is it?
In Maryland.
Maryland?
In Liberty Town.
We gotta go.
I know. Let's go.
Like we gotta do a road trip or something. When we start, making that fat podcast money.
That's
we're gonna
right.
we're gonna get a bus, old school style. We get a painted school bus, and we just travel. Forget our family; they'll be fine, and we'll just go to these different places and record shows. You don't need your job either. It'll
Nah.
be fine.
Nah, don't need it. We're going to go to the Squonk Festival.
I'd love that one.
We're going to hit them all. We're going to go to Skinwalker Ranch.
It's funny. It's not even of my generation, but I only know it through pop culture. But we need like a Partridge Family bus is all I'm saying.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's the only way. So, guys, that was this week's spooky stuff. Did you like it? Let us know if you have something that you want us to talk about. Did you have a paranormal experience in any way? Email us at earthlingentertainmentpodcast@gmail.com.
Right on. And if you're not an email person, you could just drop us a comment on the YouTube.
Abnormal art and monstrous creations brought to life. Frankenfest, a unique festival showcasing mad, magical, and mystical artwork, exhibits, and attractions, authors, haunt aficionados, and paranormal experts. Frankenfest returns to historic Fort Wayne on September 19th. For more details, visit frankenfest.com.
Well, with that, we're going to jump into our celebrity guest interview this week. Now, we usually do a lot of pop culture guests, people from movies and TV, and we don't often enough have paranormal guests. So I'm happy to say we got a great one for you today. Ryan's going to tell you about her right now.
Our guest today is someone many paranormal fans will instantly recognize. Patti Negri is a psychic medium, author, producer, and self-proclaimed Good Witch of Hollywood. She's best known for her recurring appearances on Ghost Adventures, but she's also been featured on shows like Portals to Hell, Master Chef, and America's Got Talent. Patti hosts the Witching Hour podcast, teaches modern witchcraft, and has written books including Old World Magic for the Modern World and Dollcraft. Whether you're a believer, a skeptic, or somewhere in between, she's had a fascinating career exploring the strange and unexplained. Patti, welcome to Earthling Entertainment.
Hi,
How are you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I am also very well. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
So, for someone who's never actually heard your story before, what would you say? How did this all begin for you?
Well, I always was, I guess, different. I was talking to spirits since I could talk. I knew that the so-called imaginary friends little kids have weren't imaginary at all. They gave me real information that was relatable to whatever. I was obsessed with the dead, but it wasn't in a dark or morbid way. I did my first seance at 7 or 8 years old. And I've just spent my life studying science, occult science, religion, metaphysics, to figure out what this is so I can talk in different terminology. I could talk in woo-woo terminology or Judeo-Christian terminology or science, technology, or academics, whatever. But I came into this weird world that I live in completely kicking and screaming. This is not on my list. I did everything, but I just figured I was a performer in Hollywood. I was a dancer. I was an actor. And then when I got too old for Hollywood, which I did at 30, I thought, well, I can't. I'm too old for the kind of whatever I was doing. I'll become a producer and hire myself. So I ran a production company for 20 years, very corporate. I had big corporate clients producing shows for Fortune 500 companies live and filming. I'm like, these people can't know. Number one, then I dance around bonfires in a cloak. And number two, I talk to dead people. We'll just keep that private. We'll just keep that private. You know,
See, I think that would make you a more interesting coworker. I would want to hear about this.
Well, yeah, you would think, but you know, that HR department. In 2008, that horrible big corporate, the crash came, corporate entertainment became a dirty word. It was that beginning of like that Epstein, you know, corporate entertainment is not a private jet with hookers to an island. Maybe it is. That's not what we were doing. And my business was like spiraling down. And at the same time, reality television was going up, up, up. And me being both sides of the camera always, somebody called me and said, Patti, we need you to do, who'd been to my seances because my private life was very magical. We need you to do a seance on our reality show. And I'm like, oh yeah, thank you, but no, thank you. That's my private life. I keep it. Thank you, but no. And they're like, please, we don't know anybody else. Like, no, thank you. And I'm sitting here looking at my completely empty calendar, like, no, oh God. And then I kind of go, and she's like, please, I promise. I go, okay, what's the name of the show? And literally with a straight face, she goes, it's called Mobile Home Disaster. And it's on country music television. And I'm like, who would watch that? I go,
well, just left field. I mean,
yeah,
not what you'd expect.
None of my corporate clients would watch that. None of my friends. Maybe we could just do this one time. Maybe, oh my God, Joe, I went and it was the most fulfilling day I'd had. I got to help this human little girl who everybody thought was crazy because she was drawing portals on the ceiling of her motorhome. I'm like, no, there's portals on the ceiling of her motorhome. I got to help the spirit who had a message that he had to get out and help him, and almost as good as both, slightly open the mind of the Southern Bible Belt cast and crew that this isn't dark, this isn't evil, this isn't anything like that. And I'm like, wow, best day ever. I'm never going to do it again. So when it aired a couple months later, I'm like, well, look good on TV. That next morning, my first call was from my biggest corporate client. Hi, Patti. Hi. I do national shows. I saw you on television last night.
You're like, oh, no.
Oh, and I'm like, what? How? Yeah. Pause. I didn't know you were into the paranormal. And I'm like, yeah, as my voice cracks. And she goes, oh, the paranormal. I'm like, what? And proceeded to tell me her first ghost story or super. I'm like, what am I doing? I am out of the broom closet. I'm out of the psychic medium closet. I'm out of the paranormal closet. And I haven't looked back. Again, I don't even have time to run my production company anymore. And this is so much more fun. So much more fun.
That is awesome. So what was the transition when you became the good witch of Hollywood, which you have been dubbed so lovingly?
I think it's my childhood and lifelong love of Wizard of Oz. I think that's why I became a witch. I wanted the Glenda dress. I have the Glenda dress. I have the classic big pink,
the really fluffy one.
The fluffy one.
You got the tiara thing as well?
I have the tiara. I have the wand. I am working on showing up in a big bubble. Haven't got that down yet. I know
science may get there.
We'll get there. We will get there. And I think because white witch, black witch. I don't like black and white. That has so many connotations. Good has a lot of connotations. I'm good. It can mean a lot of things. I am really good, but I do only work non-manipulative, positive magic, because you can get everything you want from positive magic. So why would you go into a dark place and hexes and curses and controlling people? Not because it's good or bad, not heaven or hell. It's just like you have to live in that world. If I live in a world where I'm going to go hex Joe, he lives in a world he can hex me. Why not send him love? Because that's what you get back. That's simple. That's simple.
Yeah. Plus, it's hard being angry all the time.
It is.
It takes a lot out of you.
It takes a lot out of you. Yeah. And people I know, and I'm no judgments whatsoever. I have a lot of friends in the pagan and witchy and community who will do a lot of things I won't do. And their power. But I do notice that people who live in that world start getting grumpy, start getting cranky, often start getting paranoid, and then sometimes get sick. Even, I'm not saying anybody's going to get sick out there. I am absolutely not. But even a perfect example was on Ghost Adventures, a show I've been doing for 11 years, basically 2 episodes a year, 11 years, Zach and the Guy, which is pretty good for a very boy-centric show. Zach would love to put the good witch, bad witch, me against Lady Snake, a woman he would fly in from England, who would do all sorts of horrible, and we'd be dueling witches, literally
fighting ideologies.
Yeah, the ideologies. And she was not older than me, probably younger than me, but she's passed on, and I'm not saying that's why, because of her magic, but I just see it too much. I want to be here a long time being happy and not cranky.
Hey, I'm with you. And they say that there's a direct correlation between, body and mind. And if you're always angry, sometimes you do feel bad. And if you feel bad, you feel bad. I mean, it gets everywhere.
Level. That's why not even good witch, bad witch, white witch, black witch. It's high vibration, low vibration. Low vibrations are what drain your energy and make you sick or cranky.
It's literally heavy.
Yeah, it is literally heavy. And it doesn't have to have anything to do with religion or spirituality or ghosts. We know low vibration people and high vibration people.
It's true. Well, you know what? You brought it up before me. I was going to ask, you've been doing Ghost Adventures since 2015. Yeah. How has your role on the show evolved over the last 11 years?
It has been great. My first show in 2015, it was supposed to be one of your typical one-offs. They were coming to Hollywood, where I live, and they were going to American Legion Hall, a place that I'm on the board of the Hollywood Arts Council, and I used to do ghost walks, fundraisers, and the person who managed it said, "Oh my God, this woman who was just here spent an hour talking to a chair where talking to Charlie Chaplin, and that is the exact chair he sat in every night," which I didn't know that. And they told Zach that. So that's the people he calls in, usually for one episode, the person who experienced something at that location or the one local psychic medium. But we just hit it off so well that I became the person to call for if they needed a seance, if they needed a witch, if they needed a medium. We went right into the Black Dahlia. I think that sealed it for me. What happened with the Black and then the Cecil Hotel. So now it's again, I never know it. It's an adventure, Joe. I never know where I'm going. I never know. I'm always scared to death, not of the ghost. I'm scared of like, what if I get crickets? What if I get nothing? You can't, I can't turn it on and off like that all the time, but every place is so charged, you never get nothing. It's like, okay, 3 dead over here. So torture chamber. Okay.
I mean, it depends on how, hopefully they're not all horrible. I'm not just saying that, but it does affect it, right? Like if something very negative happens versus just someone passing in their sleep, there's different levels of energy. Is
Yes.
there not?
Yes, it could be the spirits hanging out, stuck there, or mostly not stuck there, or just the energy in a thing. It's like a smell that lingers, like those other hauntings that the ghost isn't there. It's like video, just the lady in black walks down the stairways, the lady in white. It's an energy thing. But no, there are good ghosts. Most ghosts are good. Most people are good. Go to a mall, go to a ball game. Maybe there's one serial killer or been there, but most are good. But
yeah, I mean, I'd say on average, that's fair.
Yeah, on average, go to the mall. But TV doesn't want you to go to the fun where the ghosts are hanging. You have to go to the insane asylum and the serial killer's house because that's what people want to see. But I like going to like the Biltmore, which has some dark stuff, but the ghosts, oh, sorry. The ghosts are swinging from the chandelier because they had the best night of their life there, dancing on the tables. Those ghosts are really fun.
I mean, as long as they're active, I imagine that's what you're looking for, right? So if it's happy active or bad active, as long as they're moving, you don't want the boring ghost who like to read books.
They have lots to say. They really do. Spirits have lots to say.
Right on. Well, I was lucky enough to live in Los Angeles for 10 years. And I was wondering in Hollywood proper, because I was on Fountain in La Brea, what is your favorite haunted place in Hollywood?
Well, one of my favorite haunted places, you were right down the street from. It's on La Brea. It's the Hollywood Women's Club.
Really?
Right between Franklin and Hollywood Boulevard. So right down the street from you. I think sadly they're going into foreclosure right now. It's women's clubs aren't what but oh my God, it has the history. It was the first school for Hollywood kids it's 100 years old, of course. Like the Charlie Chaplin, everybody sent their kids there. It was a studio school. It burnt down. It was abandoned in the 70s. It had cult people, all the right things for a really haunted house.
Wow.
Yeah. I've had activity, both what I've felt as a medium, a sensitive medium, and with what the equipment is telling us, and then everything matching up more than almost any place I've ever been. The gardener was gardening and started digging up bones. As soon as she started digging up bones, and we think they're human bones, all hell broke loose. And nobody's tested them yet because that's a tough one. Even when I sent Ghost Adventures there, Ghost Adventures went there. I sent my YouTubers. I work with Elton Castay, the overnight crew there. But if you tell the police, if the bones are real, they shut the place down. It becomes a crime scene. So it's like, nobody's called them yet.
Fair enough.
but
they got a lot on their plate. It's Los Angeles.
Yeah, it's LA. Again, now who's not going to know? Sadly, I don't know. It's hopefully nobody tears it down because it's got beautiful spirits too, but it's crazy haunted and it's right in the heart of Hollywood. Also, like the Roosevelt is a happy haunted place. I always see Maryland by the pool in like this chiffon like pool cover thing. I know they have her mirror there. They're allowing the super ghosty stuff now. For a year, whoever was running, or a few years, they didn't want no haunting. But I've stayed in the Montgomery Clift room where he lived for 3 months while he was filming. It's crazy. His boyfriend, confidant, whatever, they literally like slipped me a Mickey because I brought a trumpet into the room and he used to play trumpet to practice. It's crazy. So I like the Hollywood Roosevelt. Hollywood Toys. Hollywood Toy Store is really haunted.
Well, I was just curious, why do you think that they didn't want anyone to talk about hauntings and stuff? Do you think they thought it was a bad rap? Because I feel like everyone's becoming even more accepting over the last, at least 20 years.
Well, I think that they've reached that conclusion now, but whoever was running it for a while going, we want to be an upscale, expensive, trendy, hip, and that paranormal, most haunted room, it wasn't fitting in. But
Sure.
then when we see that it works for everybody else, from the Queen Mary to the Shining Hotel, like, oh, maybe we were wrong.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's like-
let's put Marilyn Monroe's mirror back.
Yeah, it's like, hold on, this might actually be an angle.
Yes, and it is, and anybody who's not interested in that paranormal world doesn't know anyway. It's a very niche group.
That's true. That's true. Well, you know what? You've done investigations and you've been all around the world. Out of every investigation and thing that you've done, is there anyone in particular that sticks out to you that's just really memorable for whatever reason?
I think the weirdest, most memorable, darkest, spookiest is also in LA. It's the Cecil Hotel.
Really?
That place downtown where they found the girl floating in the water tank for 3 weeks, that people wondered why the water tasted funny. And Richard Ramirez lived there. Another serial killer lived there. More people and babies have been thrown out of those windows, deaths, ODs. It's always been a place of failure. It was built, and then the crash happened in 1929, whatever. And it's always been this place of sorrow. Oh my God. I never knew where I was going. Zach had called. He goes, can you get here in 2 hours? Like, I'm a girl, 2 hours. I don't know. And I don't think he told me it was a Cecil. He said it's downtown and it's kind of Skid Row, but I was walking and I'm parking and I saw, oh, that's that water tower. I didn't remember or know all the other crazy history. I remember the water tower, but every step I took to get closer from where I parked, more and more depressed, hopeless. I want to die. I want to kill myself. And I'm like the world's biggest optimist. So much so a rat didn't even want to let me in. Rats, I mean, they usually skitter away from you. This
Sure.
one, I would go right and the rat would go right. And I would go left and the rat would go left. I'm like, hey, I got to get inside. And I was so depressed by the time I got to the door. And the whole team, Zach and the 3 guys, they were there. They'd been there for hours. They were fine. They had their cameras strapped on. It's like, okay, Patti, here we are. There's 14 floors. There's 700 rooms. They're all unlocked. You tell us where to go. I'm like, I want to die. I go, okay. So I lead them to the elevator and I'm like, oh, this is that elevator where the girl played that little game, like that Paranoid, if she was playing that Korean. I mean, it went viral. So I pushed a button. Took them up to a room. And I'm just like, I got to get out of here. And I walk up to a window and I'm opening a window and Zach's yelling at me. He's going, Patti, sit down. Why are you opening that window? Patti, sit down. Sit down. And I'm in a trance state. I let myself go in a trance state because that's what I'm there for. So it's kind of like a dream state. And I get this little girl voice. I'm like, why is he yelling at me? Zach doesn't yell at me. I just have to get out of here. So I'm opening a window on a high floor without even a screen on it, going, I got to get out of here. He thought I was going to jump. And he finally got me to sit down. And there was a little ghost on my head. They found out with the SLA. And of the 700 rooms, I led him to a room where somebody had jumped out that exact window. And here I am going, I gotta leave. And then I led him to it. And then he got me out of there and he led me to another room. And I was like, oh, I was being attacked so bad. I'm holding myself like an 8-year-old who has to go pee. And I was being attacked. And he's like, where are you being attacked? And the part of me that I keep conscious Patti, because you can't give your whole body up to spirit. I'm like, how do you say that body part on national, international television? I don't know what I said, lady parts, or I led them. My second room was right to a room where a woman had been raped and murdered that lived there. She used to feed the birds. So crazy. Then I went back with Elton. I did a 2-part with Ghost Adventures, a 4-part with Elton Castay, the overnight. Matt Rife, the comedian. When you're at the scariest place you've ever been and you want to pee your pants because you're laughing so hard, it's
a weird dichotomy.
It's a weird dynamic. But anyway, I was in the hall and I was channeling and I thought I was talking. I thought I was just talking. All they heard was gibberish. One of the guys goes, we should play that backwards. They played it backwards and I was speaking English backwards.
Oh, wow. What'd you say?
It was something about having to get out of there. I think that's what anybody says when they're in that building. But I mean, I think if you offered me $1 million, I couldn't do that. I'm so non-dyslexic. Like I could probably spell Patti backwards, Negri, I'm not sure, I-N and G-E, to me to speak backwards phonetically that was wild. So that place is crazy. And then the last few years are trying to move in homeless people. Great idea. Skid Row. Hundreds of homeless people. hundreds of empty rooms, but they don't even want to move there. And ambulances, it's horrible. It's horrible.
Why do you think hotels have such a rap for being haunted? It seems like I don't know. Is it just that's where we find wayward souls sometimes? Is that where people go when things are tough? Or
people do go there. Of course, they go there for vacation and this, but this place has always, the Cecil's always been a flop house. It was just never was a real place. It was a hostel or I think people go there to escape a lot. Yes, you're going there for your fun family vacation, but people go there to escape. Tons of people, that's where they want to go to commit suicide. They don't want to mess up their own house or their family. So suicides, almost any hotel is going to get suicides at it. They don't advertise that stuff. And
think about that next time you check in.
Yeah. And I think it's just people so in and out, so much life in and out, all these different energies, but not a solid energy like, oh, you live in your house or your apartment. I don't know.
No. Well, let's just switch gears a little bit. You have an upcoming book called Dollcraft, which explores puppet magic and haunted dolls. Obviously, you're a huge fan. I look behind you. You have so many dolls all over the place. What is it about?
I'm a doll girl. And my book is out. It is called Dollcraft.
Oh, it's out.
Yeah, it's Dollcraft, Witch's Guide to. I am a doll girl. I was probably, the day I was born, had a good doll collection from my mom. If I turn my camera around, besides all these babies, there's hundreds of eyes looking at me, mostly Barbie dolls. I'm a Barbie girl. I've always been a doll collector. And this is the one place, my two worlds that I'm remaining is the paranormal, ghosty world, and then my witchy, magical world. Dolls are what bring them together. So half the book is the proper care and feeding, because haunted dolls are more popular. They've always been popular, but more popular. There's more grown adult men and women with doll collections now. It's thank you to Hollywood, The Conjuring, like Peggy the Doll in Zach's Museum. She gave two people heart attacks just looking at her. Robert the Doll, Annabelle, of course, which my friends Matt and Elton just bought. So I get to go see Annabelle anytime I want. But so the haunted doll, if somebody wants a haunted doll, it's like, don't have a negative haunted doll. Just like we were talking good witch, bad witch. A positive haunted doll is just as spooky and scary as a negative haunted doll, but it won't drain all your energy. So this book is how to find the right one, or even create or call in the spirit. And then half about puppets, not puppets. Little magic doll used in magic forever. Little puppets, how to make them, clay, and this. Like this is me. This is sympathetic magic, me, because it's got my name on it. It's got a necklace that I always wear on it. So you see stuff with herbs and crystals and things. And like, say, if I fell down and I bumped my head, I was worried about, I would stick a needle in her head, like acupuncture, and she cures a headache and not me. It's super powerful, super magic, great. So this one little book put together my self-help, witchy, take care of yourself, love, health, money. Let's make a puppet, and let's put some herb roux in your doll's hand so she doesn't keep you up all night.
Awesome. Well, what's the difference between a puppet and a voodoo doll? Is it about the same, but just how you use it?
Same. I don't honestly know. I should learn more about voodoo dolls, but voodoo is a religion. Hoodoo is the magic within the religion. I do witchcraft again, but every culture. In my book, I do go into history of dolls. Japanese culture has huge things in dolls. I mean, both the magical side of things and the spooky haunted. There's a doll in Japan that her hair keeps growing every year. They have to cut her hair forever. There's spooky dolls all over, and magic dolls. But I think there's probably some similarities to the voodoo, but again, it's different templates.
Sure. Well, out of all the dolls that you researched for the book and have just know about from your own research, which one's your favorite?
My favorite is my girl Belle. Right there in the burgundy. She was she was given to me, a girl who saw me doing, it wasn't Ghost Adventures, it was a Ghost Adventure spinoff called Deadly Possessions, doing a seance with Peggy the doll, they flew in, somebody was given a heart attack, and the girl who then owned her And she figured if I could handle Peggy the doll and cutting cords, I could handle Belle. So she asked if she could send her to me. And I said, sure, I would know how to handle her, whatever it was. She said, when I'm looking at this big box and I'm like, I have to put this on social media. I have to put that on Facebook. I had never done a Facebook Live in my whole life, not even desired to. It wasn't me. It was a doll. I had followers, but not that many followers. And I know there's a kink thing to unboxing, but I had to do it online. 50,000 people watched me. I used to get, 200, 300. It wasn't me. It was this doll. 50,000 people watched me unbox this doll. And then I got her out. She didn't have this pretty dress yet, but she was so dark. I'm like, no. And I could tell, I just knew that there was a good spirit underneath it, but I would not let the sun set before I banished the dark overshadow. I don't even think it was a ghost. It was just some dark energy on her. And then slowly, this beautiful little spirit. Now she's a member of the family. You could tell because the animals, your pets, your dogs, your cats, go to it or stay away from it. But even when I got the bad one out, I did have to keep herbs in her hands and protection things so she didn't drain people's energy for a little while.
Wow.
For a little while. But she's my girl. She might look at you now and again. I have one of these, not haunted one. I have a school. I teach this. So there was a doll. This is a doll. Pretend this is a doll. And I'm talking like psychic. I'm looking in my little Zoom screen that both my hands are on camera. All of a sudden, the doll sitting right next to me, just for looks, moved 6 inches into frame. I didn't even notice, but all my students did. So we rewind it. There was no way to debunk it because both my hands were there. Nobody else was in the house. And I'm like, but that doll is not haunted. That doll is not haunted. That doll is not haunted. It's Belle's. But I blew up the video and I watched an orb fly out of this bookcase into that doll, move that doll 6 inches, and then fly out. So I think it was my Belle moving her little dolly into frame.
Right. She's like, hold on, let me just, this has got to be better positioned.
It's better positioning.
Yeah. People got to check this out. It is a fantastic toy. I love it. Oh, well, great.
And this has everything about how to do haunted doll tea parties.
How do you do haunted doll tea parties? What's that?
Well, because everybody is collecting dolls now or thinking about it or wants to. So I'm doing up Virginia City, which is really haunted in Nevada, Virginia City. It's an old mining town. And we're the oldest houses there, Becky. We're doing a paranormal investigations, seances, and a haunted doll party. So everybody can bring their doll. I'll lift the veil so we can communicate with the dolls. That's my style of seance. So if you don't think you're psychic, well, you'll be psychic for the next 2 hours, or you'll have the sight because we just clear the windows a little bit.
Hey, good deal.
Yeah.
Is that one of the examples then you said you want to bring old world magic to the new world? Is that one of the examples you'd say?
No, but this whole book is really about empowering, working with my one-on-one clients. Everybody gives away their power all the time to other people, to fear, to limiting belief systems. This is how to turn every little single thing in your day into easy magic, like which way to stir your sugar in your coffee to add to it and it's science as much as magic because it's all magnetics. If I'm in Australia, I have to do everything completely opposite. The toilet knows which way to flush, which way to go. So like, why you keep salt in your bathroom? Do you know when you go to the bathroom, this is my toilet stuff. When you go to the bathroom, all your lower chakras are open. They just are. So if you think you're getting that headache or angsty or every single house has this beautiful thing called a water cauldron. It's your commode. It's your toilet. It's like, use it. So a little pinch of salt in the toilet before you sit down. When you relieve yourself, you can get rid of angst, headaches, knee pain, flush it right down because water is that 70% of our body. It's attached to emotion. So it's little tips and tricks like that. Every room in the house. I'm
going to try that. I get very angsty on the toilet, so it's about time I have a cure for this.
Pinch of salt before you get in and turn your shower into a magic shower. You don't have to I have to put my feet up. Like sprinkle a little bit of salt on the floor. You've turned it into a cleansing bath. You don't have time for a salt bath. If you're looking for something specific, carve it into your soap. money, a dollar sign, heart, love. Even when it wears down, so now it's a love bath. Sharpie your liquid soap or your shampoo. It's a health reconditioning, changes everything, because magic and science is all based on that mind, body, spirit, right? Mind, body. We'll never surpass our own belief system. Psychological fact. If you don't think you can do something, you're really not going to do it. The people who think they can climb the mountain do. Mind, body. You got to get off the couch. That makes sense. Got to get off the couch and take action. You want to get healthier. Spirit, that's the less tangible that people don't really get. But spirit is the battery that makes it happen. You could get the spirit through lots of ways, through religion, through faith. Go to church, go to temple, pray. All the new age ways, affirmations and vision boards. You could do what I do, candles and herbs and oils. Oh my. But everybody watching and listening, could look at everything they've got in their life. You've believed you could have it and that you deserved it. You've gotten off the couch and taken some action towards it. And you had some kind of faith or magic or belief behind it. The stuff that hasn't quite worked for you, and so usually it's one area you're good at love, but not money, that one or two of those things just need tweaking. Like, oh, my thoughts about it, my belief system that I could have it or not isn't, or I just haven't taken action, or I just don't have that little magic to oomph it, whatever that is. And the other thing I noticed, this book is about balance. We are completely out of balance. This world is crazy. We know that. And
it's really hard to be a human nowadays. I feel like I would be more at balance if I just had to worry about hunting.
Really hard to be a human. So, and I'm looking at angst. I'm a 4-element girl: air, fire, water, earth. Our earth is who we are, the persona. Oh, what a great guy. Collects it. In our home, earth. It's in the north. South is our fire. That's our passion, creativity, love, sex, the gods, everything. So who we are, what drives us, our emotion, who we are and what drives us. But where we get off balance is east and west. West in this elemental cup is water. That's our emotions. That's 70% of our body, 70% of our planet. Water has to flow, not be judged, stuffed down, ignored. And air attaches to our thought process, thinking, focus, organization. So who we are, what drives us, our emotions and our thoughts. Where do we get messed up most? Our emotions and our thoughts. What do we need more than either a few minutes or a few days to survive? Water and air. So if these elements, earth elements, have these attributes, air, fire, water, and earth, that's all we need. So the next time you're not as happy as you want to be, everybody watching this should be happy. You're alive. Today is what you make it. If you're not as happy as you could be, or not as productive as you want to be, or equally important, not as conscious. We don't want phoned in, by rote, automatic pilot, sleep at the wheel. That's the zombie. Go to work, come home. We don't want to be that. So if you're not as happy, productive, or conscious, go, okay, right now, which my element is most out of balance? Is it my emotion? Maybe it's your emotion. Somebody flipped you off on the highway, or you had a fight. That's your water element. What you need is water, running water, running water. Think how good you feel after every shower, right? No matter what, you feel better. So you can't jump in a shower 1,000 times, but you can always find running water, a sink, a drinking fountain, a hose, pouring water. So walk up to the water, say, mind, with this water, I'm going to release this angst or anger or sadness or fear, whatever it is. Mind, body, stick your hands underwater, because everybody works in healing. We know of portals in our hands, and the water is the spirit. Water, just like an aspirin takes away a headache, whether you know it or not, running water takes away within 30 seconds that angst, anger, sadness, that overage of emotion runs down the drain, just like that. And you can go on with your day, or you could deal with what happened. Now you can say, okay, this is why I'm mad at you. Not so, and that's so much. Our emotions are so out of whack right now. We're angry. We're scared. We're living in this world of all that. But the other one that we get, the water and air is attached to our breath. Nobody breathes anymore. We went through a couple years of wearing masks. And now we're always in a hurry. We're slow breathing. Yes, I have my 3-time-a-week yoga class, or yes, I do my 30-second breathing. But the rest of the time, we're doing this shallow, quick breathing. And that's going to cause is chatty brain and foggy brain and lack of focus. It's all attached to breath. So do some breathing. But for me to be able to fit it into 30 seconds, I add sound. because sound is mad. We know that's, again, science is caught up, all the hertz and everything. I do a lot of Hecka work. Every vowel, every consonant has an effect on us. That's why we sing and rhyme and do whatever in church, but not giving you a lesson. Vowels will clear your head always. Think about it. Every sacred word is a vowel. Amen, Om. Native American, heya, heya. East Indian, ya, 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 opens up this crown of illumination. So it's going, oh my God, I'm going on Joe's show. I can't think, I can't feel, whatever. I have 30 seconds. Okay, whether you're talking to the element of air, your brain cells, your mind, God, whoever, with this 30 seconds of deep breathing, 30 seconds of vowels, I need to pull in the air element. So whether you're sitting in your car going, ah, or om, or E-I-E-I-O with your kid, within 30 seconds, that chatter stops, fog lifts, and clarity comes in. Those two alone, I've seen people get off depression meds, and not telling anybody not to take their meds, no, take whatever.
Yeah,
but
to be clear.
But those are the two most. But a lot of people, we also don't get out of it. You're not feeling grounded, out of your body. How it's like, hey, where'd you go? That hug a tree. If hug a tree, get on dirt or grass. It's called grounding. If you can't do that, you're on the 35th floor. Touch anything wood or stone or a crystal or a granite countertop. A number 2 pencil still has the spirit of that tree it was cut from. Holding on to it 30 seconds, I feel it like an earthen blanket wrapped around me with that intention. And then you're back in your body and focus. And the last one for fire, because again, we're so controlled now. If when we have too much fire, we're angry, we're agitated, we're angsty. When we have too little fire, we're lethargic, we're uninspired, we're tired. So we want to keep it balanced. I figure like the little sterno can. So if you have too much or too little, and you can't dance around a bonfire, which is my first choice, or the Hecka for that, the only other sound I'll give you is Z. Ask any 8-year-old, what does a bee sound like? Z. It's the lightning strike. It's that breath of a dragon. I've got too much fire. I've got too little fire. Whether you're talking to the breath of a dragon or your beating heart or the element of fire itself or the Holy Spirit, with this 30 seconds of deep breathing, 30 seconds of zzz, I need to call in the fire element. And so now 30 seconds is a long time. That was about 1 second. You'll probably get dizzy. That's okay. Sit down. But within 30 seconds, you will feel at the base of your spine coming up that Kundalini energy, and you'll have the fire, passion, creativity, energy, whatever you need to do. And and when you're balanced, everything else goes well. Your thought processes, your actions, your body movement, your connection. That's why I wrote this book. And I spent more time unwriting it than writing it, because we don't have time. A chapter takes a minute. Oh, kitchen magic. Basil will stop an argument. Okay. Stuff like that.
Well, that is cool. What's the name of that book?
Old World Magic for the Modern World. You can get it on Amazon or my website. Amazon, $6 for an ebook or audiobook, $12 for print. And I use it even with me, like a workbook. Oh yeah, do this, do that. How to talk to the dead, how to talk to dumb suffer.
Well, it's really great that you have a book to help people kind of tap into the good energies out there. But what about the bad energies? What would you do to tell someone, how would they approach or handle if they think they've entered maybe a new home with some of that dark energy, maybe even a spirit?
Yeah. In this same book is a do-it-yourself house clearing. We have to clear our energy. It's more than dusting your house and sweeping your house. Sure. Energy. I work elementally. So whether you're in incense and bells and chimes, again, science is catching up with every house needs a bell. This will bring in happiness, just ringing a bell. So there is a super easy house clearing in here in this book. If you think bad luck has come your way or curses or hexes, 99.9% of those are self-created by the belief of it. But it makes it real just the same. It's going to cost you 1 lemon and some salt. Don't go to some crazy witch who is going to charge you thousands of dollars. Get a lemon and get some salt. It's an old Southern conjure, sour spell to sour fruit. You must go there because that's your suit. Into this lemon ever bound. You do this you put it out to dry. Even in sunny LA, it takes about a week to dry. Then you burn it or bury it. It's pulled all that negativity into it. So there's an answer for everything.
That's awesome. I've actually never heard that. I've only heard the I'm at the burning of the sage to clear the room.
Sage, I don't use as much sage. Sage is kind of hard. I use more Palo Santo, that wood, like the holy wood, because sage gets rid of everything sometimes. Sage, the good and the bad. You want to get rid of the lower energy, but if you just sage your house and then people go, it got dirty again, or it felt icky again, it's because it's so strong, it almost creates a vacuum. So it's like dusting your house and then leaving the doors and windows open in a dust store. So if you do sage, afterwards, do it counterclockwise and then go clockwise with a sweet incense, a frankincense, a myrrh, a sandalwood, something. Bring in love, bring in health, bring in happiness, bring in laughter, bring in creativity. You fill it back up so there's not room for the dark energy to get back in.
That's awesome. It's like the peroxide of spirituality.
It is. And again, I have sage in this house, but on regular clearings, I don't. I really like Palo Santo better. Sage is just use sparingly.
Fair enough. Well, after years of being a witch and working as a medium, what is the most common misconception that people still have about what you do?
That we do that it's evil, or that we do anything dark, or that we work with the devil or a Satan. I don't even believe in that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Definitely more nature based.
Yeah, I'm very nature based. I am me and Mother Nature hanging out. Me and the fairies, me and the gnomes. And more people are seeing these magical creatures because we need to focus on our little planet right now, so people who are not real into the woo-woo going, Patti, I saw a gnome. It was real. Yeah, it is. Whether they believe it's a little guy in a hat or a fairy is a thing, the energy of them is real. So yeah, take care of her. Yeah.
Well, if you can go anywhere in the entire world, you had full reign to investigate anything in particular. Is there anything that you would?
I just want to go to Turkey. I want to go to Turkey so bad. My grandparents came from Turkey. Though did my DNA, I'm from every place on the whole planet. Talk about wanderers. It's like I'm a mutt. But he came from Turkey. He was a philosopher, academic, science, big Hollywood follower. And I want to go see his Turkey. Not that that's what I'll get now, 100 years later. And then I like because I've been to like Greece and Romania and Transylvania and all these places. They're old. We don't have old in California. I want to go someplace old. Like I've gone to Ireland and France and the UK, and it's a whole different ghost. The oldest ghosts we have in California are the mining places. Go to Virginia City or Nevada City or Butte or Vulture City. But I want to go to Turkey, both from the old ancient ruins, which they have just like that you could find in Greece and everywhere else, to just the culture there.
Well, Turkey in general, they have the underground city, and I know I'm mispronouncing it, but it's something like Derinduku, and it's a whole. I would love to hear your thoughts down there. Who still lives in that place?
Yes. So that's high on my bucket list that I haven't got to yet.
All right. Well, is there anything you would like to tell our listeners, obviously about your own podcast or any other books or showings or events you have coming up?
Long Beach Midsummer Scream. I'm working with the Winchester Mystery House and doing seances. They're selling out fast seances for Midsummer. Then I'm going back to Virginia City to do those haunted doll tea parties at Mackey Mansion. Then I'm going to do an immersive thing in Hollywood. Then I've got 2 things in Pennsylvania. I'm doing Go Underworld convention. At the same weekend, I'm doing a Ghost Adventures thing that you guys can come to at Penhurst Asylum, one of the spookiest places ever. And this place could get sold at Penhurst. That's the big daddy of the Penn. So Aaron and Jay and me and Lauren, the camera girl from Ghost Adventures, are doing people's. I'm going to be driving between Scranton and Penhurst and Scranton all weekend. And then there's 1,000 other things. So just go to pattinegri.com and you can come visit me, come hang out, and it'd be cool.
Nothing's going to stop you. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. I genuinely appreciate it. And from everyone here at Earthling Entertainment, see ya. All right, so crazy thing after talking with her is I actually might want to get her book Dollcraft because
Okay.
I was she talks all about obviously possessed dolls like she said in the interview, but she also was talking about like calling this good spirits into dolls. Essentially, it sounded like she was talking about creating haunted dolls. I don't know if that I got to read this because I want to make my action figures all like colonial children.
I don't
Just like
know.
really weird like eclectic people. I don't know, like maybe that one's a weird baker from World War One. I just want some creepy, like, why did you make me Leonardo? I'm a Ninja Turtle. This is nothing to be with who I am.
I
No.
really, I don't think that's
I
a
thought-
good idea,
I
Joe.
thought too much into this.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea, but I think I've seen movies about that before that don't turn out so well.
I mean, there's no what putting random ghosts inside dolls seems like just a legit pastime that I feel like we could all do as like a group, as like an Earthling Entertainment family. We'll just have possessed doll tea parties.
Oh, we'll just go get Annabelle then. Just
Yeah.
bring her along.
We might.
Why
we
not?
might, we might. You know what I like about Annabelle?
What?
Those movies.
I honestly didn't. I saw the first one and I wasn't impressed. I don't know why. I liked
The
The
second one's the
Conjuring.
best.
I like The Conjuring.
Well, the second one's the best. Annabelle Comes Home, I think. No, that was the third one. I don't know. The second one was the best. Oh, Annabelle Creation.
Okay.
Nailed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I missed out.
But guys, do you like movies? I hope so, because we have a lot of movie talk and TV talk and all kinds of entertainment talk on this week's
The Earth Pop Report, talking about everything to do with Earth pop culture.
Woo!
Here we go.
Yeah.
Number 1, Marvel Studios' long-troubled Blade reboot appears to be over.
Yeah. And I feel like they knew this a long time ago. I feel like they knew this when making Deadpool and Wolverine because that was like such a meta joke of just, I'm the only Blade there ever will be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they announced it in like 2018 and he was, Mahershala Ali was under contract that whole time and they never got it made.
Yeah, well, Ali says he's officially moved on, confirming that if Marvel ever makes the film, it won't star him. After years of delays, multiple directors, and several rewritten scripts, the future of Blade remains uncertain.
No, it's not uncertain. They'll eventually make a movie. Or
Oh, yeah.
They'll put him in. You know what they'll probably do is if they haven't already, they'll take Wesley Snipes and put him in Doomsday or Secret Wars next year.
I wonder, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense, right? They'll probably bring Deadpool in finally, like to like the actual thing, like.
Well, it's just my idea with this is if it looks like bringing in the X-Men, even though we all know they're rebooting the X-Men and all these other older franchise characters, is
Correct.
clearly they're all going to die and we'll reboot it. So it'd be a perfect time to bring Wesley Snipes back, kill him, and then you could reboot it and have a different Blade in a few years, which is probably what they're going to do.
Like have him be like in a recurrence or something, whatever it is, where they.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An incursion, right?
Thank you. Incursion. See, I'm terrible with the lingo.
Yeah, an incursion is two universes smashing into each other. And
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
In any case, I think there's one thing everyone needs to know. If you like the work of Mahershala Ali, check him out in The 4400, a fantastic sci-fi show that lasted 4 seasons in the early 2000s. Not to be confused with that terrible remake the CW did a few years ago.
That's true.
I like The 4400.
I believe. Oh my gosh. I think I have heard about that. It is good. Yeah, I think I have.
Moving on.
Number 2. Spider-Man Brand New Day broke the all-time domestic opening weekend record with 360 million, surpassing Avenger Endgame's 357 million. Worldwide, the film has already earned an estimated 927 million, making it the second biggest global opening weekend ever.
Yeah, and that number has gone up quite a bit.
It's already gone up, yeah.
Yeah, above $1 billion at this point.
Excellent.
So there'll probably be another Spider-Man.
Probably.
Yeah, that's safe to say.
Yeah.
Sony's probably not going to sell the rights to Spider-Man back to Marvel for any time soon. That's
think so.
probably also fair. And Tom Holland and Zendaya are going to get paid on
That's
this
what's
next one. Yeah.
That's what's up.
They are apparently box office gold. You know, it's kind of nice because you think of like the old Hollywood and they like back in the day and there was like these famous couples, they marry and then they do the movies. And it's like, oh, we got that again. Cool. I just don't want to hear that it's fake because there are things out there where it's like, oh, this people, their persona, what you see on TV, isn't really who they are, and they're just like back behind the scenes kicking puppies and just like, let's go seal hunting. Yeah. I'm just saying. I've met some seal hunters.
Damn. Well, I'm glad to say that I have not, as far as I know.
All right.
Moving on. Number 3.
Is that too much?
No, not at all. Just enough. Just enough. The Walking Dead is headed to Netflix for a reported $500 million agreement with AMC. The flagship series will stream on Netflix while remaining available on AMC Plus, potentially introducing the franchise to a whole new audience.
Potentially. I mean, I'm not sure who out there who hasn't seen who wants to see The Walking Dead hasn't seen it. They have like 14 spinoffs at this point. What I read said that they bought the rights to like the whole series. I don't know if that's just streaming or if they're going to produce new shows or new episodes.
That's what I was wondering.
But it's interesting. I mean, Netflix is all about building that library, and they do have the biggest library by far, so hey, more power to you. It must make some financial sense to them.
I might end up finally finishing it, I guess, because I never did.
Oh, if it's on Netflix because it's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It might
Yeah.
it might actually work for me.
I bought it a long time ago. So
Okay.
yeah, I was buying the seasons as they were coming out. So, it's preserved in my library.
I just remember reading the comics because, yeah,
Comics were so much better.
they were way more brutal
They
than
were.
the show ever
Yeah.
could be, obviously, on AMC.
Although, interesting fact, one of the most popular characters on the show, Daryl Dixon, is not actually in the comics. I don't know if they
Doesn't exist.
I don't know if they brought him in later, but like I dropped off the comics around when Negan showed up, so maybe he showed up later. I don't know. We digress. Anyways, what do you guys think? Want to watch Walking Dead again? You're going to be able to because everyone in the world has Netflix.
Number 4, Disney Plus has reportedly canceled Wonder Man Season 2 despite previously renewing the Marvel series.
So this one kind of hurt. I liked Wonder Man a lot, and it was only supposed to be a limited series. It was only supposed to be one season, but it did so well that they were like, we're going to do a season 2.
Oh, it sucks.
I don't know what happened behind the scenes, but it was only like 6 months ago. So them to just be like, yeah, we're not doing a season 2.
Lizzie is currently devastated.
Yeah. Yeah. It would, you guys, if you like, it's not just a superhero show at all. It's more of a character piece about struggling actors and the arts and philosophy and what art means to you. And it's got so much in there. There's not a single superhero fight in the entire show. It's so good. It's
Okay.
Yeah, definitely watch Wonder Man if you haven't seen, especially if you're into the film industry.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I have nothing else to say. Ben Kingsley, I want Ben Kingsley to live forever. That man does such fun things. And I think
Immortal
Trevor
vibes.
Slattery, that character he plays, should be in every MCU movie, even if it's like a cameo. He should be the new Stan Lee. Every movie should just be Trevor somewhere in the movie just popping out like, oh, that was weird. I'd be so into it.
I'm for it.
All right.
Let's
excellent.
fight for this.
We got to find Ben Kingsley
All right.
and Marvel. Get
Yes,
it
we do.
together.
Okay.
Okay.
Looks like we've got more to do with Marvel here.
Mm.
Number 5. Samara Weaving has officially joined the MCU as Emma Frost in Marvel Studios' upcoming X-Men film.
Yeah, there's nothing really to say about this. I love this actress. She is the niece, I believe, of Hugo Weaving, the character who was in Lord of the Rings, and he was Smith from The Matrix.
Nice.
And first time I saw her, I don't know if it was her first role, it was like 2017. She did Ash vs. the Evil Dead season 1. She was in the last 3 episodes.
Awesome.
And she's in the Ready or Not films. And I really like this actress. I love all the things she does. Pretty much all the choices she's made as far as like what movies to be in. And she's that weird kind of like kooky pretty where it's like, oh, you're very beautiful, but you also don't look traditionally pretty while still being it's a really fun character that she does. So
Okay.
her being in this is great. But I mean, she looks exactly like the comic book character. So it just kind of feels like somebody was like, hey, she's blonde. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's a really skinny blonde beauty. And
Well-
what it's like, is Margot Robbie available? No. Samara Weaving? Sure. All right.
I'm gonna say, yeah, she's can pull the right strings. I'm sure she's got a few foot in a few.
She's a great
doors.
actress.
Yeah.
I just think it was, I don't know.
Eh.
So it's just it's obvious casting, I guess. That doesn't mean it's necessarily bad, but everyone got like freaked out about Heath Ledger playing the Joker because everyone said, "Oh, that's against type, and he's going to be a terrible Joker." Then it came out and he blew everybody's
literally the
mind.
best.
Yeah. I guess I just keep hoping that we're going to get some casts that don't seem obvious, but I just everybody they keep putting in these roles to me, it's like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I love her, and I'm sure she's going to do great. It makes me wonder one thing, though, is Emma Frost isn't really a huge character in any of the previous X-Men movies. Kind of, I guess, in X-Men First Class. So I'm wondering how much she's going to have to do.
I mean, that'll be cool, though.
Yeah.
To see
As
that
long as they
character.
make Taylor Swift Dazzler.
Oh, I really hope so. So moving on to number 6. Alicia Silverstone's Clueless sequel series has landed at Paramount Plus after Peacock passed on the project. Silverstone is set to reprise her iconic role as Cher Horowitz nearly 3 decades after the original film.
It's kind of cool because it they made it and they were excited about it, and Peacock was like, we're not going to pick it up. So it seemed like that was the death of the show. Normally it is. Obviously they gave them the rights to shop the show around.
Well,
and
Peacock made a huge mistake.
They could have, but like, think about the Buffy the Vampire Slayer show. Wouldn't it be great if that was able to be like come out on a different network?
Fair.
Yeah. So I'm for it. So anybody who's into Clueless, I hope this is the best show ever. I mean,
I know a lot of people are looking forward to it for sure.
They did a prequel to Legally Blonde called like Elle, because her name was Elle Woods, and
Yep.
that was on Prime when we were watching He-Man the other day. That's right. I was watching He-Man.
That's right.
I loved it, by the way.
Awesome.
Yeah, the new He-Man's great.
I will watch it. Is it streaming yet?
Yeah, it's only streaming on Amazon. They're not releasing it anywhere. I don't know how permanent that decision is, but for right now, that's where we're at.
There you go. I'll have
Yeah.
to see it there then.
So you heard it here. If you guys are into He-Man, oh wait, no, right? Sorry, Clueless, coming out on Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus. All right, guys. Number 7.
Somehow I turned that into a boy question.
He did. He certainly did. Number 7. DC Studios' planned Booster Gold series is no longer moving forward in its current form. Writer David Jenkins confirmed his version has been shelved, though the character could still appear elsewhere in James Gunn's DC universe. I've never heard of Booster Gold. I don't even know what that is.
I'm only vaguely familiar with the character, and I'm not enough to have any really meaningful comments.
Well,
really, I think
that's for you guys then.
I think it makes sense about the fact that when a evolving universe keeps having other films and other shows create, the universe changes, right? The same thing happened to Edgar Wright. Was supposed to do the original Ant-Man, but by the time they were able to do Ant-Man, his version didn't quite work anymore, and he didn't want to make the creative changes. So I imagine this is the similar situation. You know what I mean?
Sounds about that.
Mm.
So, all right, cool. We'll see what happens. If he comes back like later on in James Gunn's DC universe, and we're just like, oh look,
it's Booster
he's
Gold.
like, Booster Gold. It's like, oh hey, it's Booster Gold.
That guy.
There he is.
I knew we'd find him.
Number 8. Stephen King's novel Desperation is getting a new film adaptation from Searchlight Pictures. Sam Raimi will produce, while Final Destination Bloodlines director Adam Stein and Zach Lipovsky are attached to direct, marking Raimi's first collab on a Stephen King adaptation.
Yes, although, I mean, he might be a very hands-on producer, but if you're not directing and you're just a producer, in my head, you're not doing as much of the creative. Like, it's not like it's going to be a Sam Raimi movie, in my opinion. It's like when they're like, produced by Christopher Nolan. You're like, oh, well, then this isn't Christopher Nolan.
I see what you mean.
Yeah. But that being said, I did like Final Destination Bloodline. So,
Me too.
That director might be perfect for this. And I love Stephen King. And I do love Sam Raimi. I just, I hope he's a little bit more hands-on. So
sounds sweet to me.
All of this put together sounds good. I like Desperation. It's a great book.
Awesome. I honestly don't even know about it, so this will be completely fresh for me.
Oh, so you don't want? Yeah, that probably makes sense. Yeah,
That'd
you
be
should.
cool.
Yeah, how often can you go into a Stephen King thing fresh?
Exactly.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the first time I watched the movie Cell. I had never read the book.
Me
So I
either.
watched the movie Cell and I'm like, whoa, it's weird that, Stephen King did a zombie movie. And then I read the book and I'm like, oh, that movie was not the book.
Right.
Yeah, they did their own thing.
They sure did.
It's very different.
It was.
Yeah.
So that brings us to our final headline here. Number 9, Dave Bautista. Oh, this is real. I heard about this. I wasn't sure.
I had to double check. Yeah, because the day of recording, this came out like an hour ago. So
Is reportedly in talks to take over the role of Kratos in Amazon Prime's video live action God of War series. After Ryan Hurst suffered an onset bicep injury, which will reportedly prevent him from continuing in the role. If a deal is reached, the first 4 completed episodes are expected to be reshot with Bautista.
yeah,
That's big.
okay. So I feel bad
Dude.
for Ryan Hurst because this guy, he's the God of War. You know what
I
I
was
mean?
about to say he
He's
literally
Kratos.
is.
That is the huge deal. It is a huge deal. And you know who he was? A mentor from the Odyssey. Tom Holland's
Oh,
teacher. That's the guy who was going to play Kratos.
nice.
Well, long story short, I feel really bad for him because they say a bicep injury and the recovery is
Oh.
going to take longer than they're going to like wait to film. Like, so what is
Yeah.
that bicep injury? Like, did he get a sword or an axe in his arm?
I'm guessing
what
he
I mean?
tore
Like,
a
how-
muscle. I'm guessing he tore a muscle doing
I'm thinking
something.
it's more than tearing a muscle if they are not going to be able to finish the show because he hurt his arm.
You're right. It would have to be something. I wonder if they'll like say what happened. I wonder
Well,
if they did.
I'm
That's
just saying,
crazy.
Henry Cavill, I think, got stabbed in the leg by one of his swords, and they were up filming Highlander in like 2 months.
And yeah, I was about to say Henry just goes, fine.
It's like, oh man. So, all right, can Dave Bautista? There's 2 things to this. Can Dave Bautista play Kratos? Sure, he'd be a little bit more of a grizzled, older Kratos, but I guess by the time we do the Norse mythology, he is old and kind of grizzled. So, sure. But man, I feel bad for Ryan Hurst.
I do. And here's another thing. It was kind of like the last I checked in on Dave Bautista, I thought he was talking about kind of like toning it down on the muscles. Like he was literally saying that he was like not hitting it as hard, blah, blah, because he obviously had been slimming down.
Sure.
He was losing the muscle weight.
I mean, that's why he's in talks, right? Because they're sitting there like, how much money is it going to take for you to put on those muscles? You know what I mean?
Because he has to again.
And it's hard work, and you have to eat like 4 whole chickens a day to get the protein you need. Like, it's ridiculous. The same thing Hugh Jackman says. It's just so hard every time he plays Wolverine. That's why the last 3 Wolverine movies, he's like, this is the last one.
Yeah.
I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
It's like dump truck of money. All right.
Matt Damon did like a hardcore diet to have those rippling abs in the Odyssey.
Right?
You know? Yeah, he did.
Do you know how much I have to eat to keep this physique? It is
dude.
insane.
Yeah, I'm jealous. Jealous, Joe.
Moving on.
So, guys, that brings us, unfortunately, to our in memoriam section.
Yeah, guys, we have 3 today, and I got seriously, the 3rd is the saddest.
We say goodbye to several familiar faces this week. Actor Vincent Pastore from The Sopranos, you may know him as Pussy, has died at the age of 80.
Yes, his name is Pussy, right?
That is his name.
Do we have to bleep that? Because
I
it's,
don't think
it's
so.
a character name. I don't know.
It's his name.
And there's also Pussy Cat. So is Pussy a bad word?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Not out of context. So, that also, rest in peace to Pussy. Died at the age of 80.
Died too soon.
I'm sorry. To filmmaker Justin Hardy, passed away unexpectedly at 61, shortly before the premiere of his Wicker Man sequel, Wrath of the Gods.
All right. I'm going to take you on a journey with this.
No, let's
This
go.
is actually the son of the guy who directed the original Wicker Man, which I don't know if you realize is like one of my favorite movies.
Okay, was that with Nicolas Cage?
Okay. No. Stop. So the Wicker Man was many, many years before that Nicolas Cage remake.
Okay.
That Nicolas Cage movie was like the Mark Hamill Chucky to Child's Play.
Okay, so it was awesome. Good to know.
It's a weird remake. All right, so the original Wicker Man was way better and had Count Dooku in it. Okay.
Okay.
All
okay.
right, so there
All
you
right.
go.
All right.
Then years later, he did like 2013. So like many, many years later, almost like 30, 40 years, he did the Wicker Man and Wicker Man, then the Wicker Tree. You're confusing me.
Then the Wicker Men.
Oh no.
They're
Anyways,
plural.
he made 2 of them. The second one wasn't well regarded, and now he always planned to make this third one. He died before he could make this third one, so his son was going to do it and did do it, and they completed the film. It's just about to premiere at a festival, and now the son died from a heart attack at 61.
It
All right.
was like
That's hard to get out.
It's
But
like a weird curse. It's like that's crazy.
yeah.
Oh, he's got it right there, doesn't he, guys?
Oh, yeah.
He's got it right there.
Right,
It's like this was not even planned, as far as I
This is
know.
our-
Joe, did you plan this?
No, this is a 4K steelbook. So the first one is called The Wicker Man. The second one was called The Wicker Tree. And yeah, this was the 50th anniversary release when this one came out.
Very nice.
And then the new one is, what is it? Something of the Gods? Wrath of the Gods.
Wrath of the Gods, yes.
I'm into it. I can't wait to see this movie. There's nothing. Oh, you know what's funny is The Wicker Tree was not well regarded at all. Like I mentioned, it
Okay.
wasn't even for sale for a while, and it just came up on sale. And I bet it's because this guy died. They do opportunistic marketing all the time.
It's pretty shady.
Oh,
Like
well.
couldn't let him sell it while he was alive. It's messed up.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I hope that's not why. Jeez. Like, well, he's dead. We don't got to pay him.
Well,
Oof.
damn.
All
So
right.
this brings us to the
The
final
saddest.
and the saddest one. It says, finally, the beloved 18-year-old camel at the Detroit Zoo has passed away after age-related health complications.
Too young.
Too young.
Too young. But it's age related at age 18, so I guess camels live about the size like the. I mean, if that's age related, so what do you think? Like 15 years is the average camel life?
I guess
Producer,
so.
how long does a camel live?
I don't
This
know.
is important facts.
This is important information that we need. But
It-
no,
next time I buy a camel, I need to know when my heart will be broken.
well, our hearts go out to all of the staff at the Detroit Zoo. I'm sure you are deeply in mourning,
Yeah.
and to all of the camel's family and friends. You know, the other camels.
But if you're out there and you're thinking about purchasing a camel as a pet, you should know how long they're going to live.
That's right.
How-
You're in
how-
this
how
for
long do they
18
live?
years. You're in this for 18 years.
40 to 50 years.
40
Oh,
to 50 years.
How is that-
Age-related.
What
This-
the hell?
Oh my God.
Was that camel? Was it murdered? What
We
happened?
just stumbled upon a murder, and Detroit Zoo is covering it,
No.
allegedly.
No.
We are just making assumptions
Was it
here.
the Benjamin Button? No. You don't remember the movie Jack, where like he grew up 4 times the amount of a normal kid, so at 10 years old he looked 40? Ron Williams film?
Yeah.
Was that with the camel?
Did it?
I don't know.
Did it have a jack?
Oh my God.
It had the jack.
Oh, he got jacked.
He got jacked
Oh,
like right off.
oh,
man,
jacked right off. Oh, he's dead.
At
Oh.
18 years old. Well, I mean, you know,
At least he's legal.
I was gonna say this would be a totally different story if it was like 1 year younger. You know, like.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys. So
No, but seriously, why did that camel die eventually to think? If it
no,
could live
we
like
have
50 years?
we have truly stumbled upon a mystery in Detroit Zoo.
I think we
You
need to
owe
get
us some answers.
we're going to get to the bottom of this, but not next week. Next week, we're going to do some genre news. We always have some news, but I'm going to keep
right.
I'm going to keep it short because I'm going to do something that we haven't done in a while. I'm going to give Ryan a quiz.
I get a
Yes.
quiz.
We're going to get a quiz. I'm going to pick a movie or book. If you guys have any suggestions, just comment on this video and we will take it into consideration. But regardless, I am going to do a quiz for Ryan, a 10-question multiple choice, and you can see if you are smarter than a 5th grader.
It's-
Sorry.
Well, I deserve that. Anyways, but no, is there going to be a theme, or is this just?
Oh yeah, we'll talk about it. We got a plan. But I'm gonna pick a sci-fi movie, or we're gonna pick a cryptids, or we're gonna pick
Okay.
a ghost. Like it's gonna be a theme, of course. But since we're doing it in the pop culture section, I think we'll stick to movies. Maybe we'll do the sequel game.
Ooh, sequel game. Those were hard.
They were hard. So
Man, you did James Bond. There's like 30. There's more now. There's probably 40 of them. It's
So
crazy.
guys, what we do with the sequel game is the question is always I pick a franchise and I to ask Ryan how many sequels were there, and then he gets to name them for additional points.
And Joe knows every single one by heart. He's a sick, sick man.
I'm pretty good. Do you remember the show on Comedy Central called Beat the Geeks?
Yes,
Yes.
I do remember Beat the Geeks.
I loved Beat the Geeks.
I love that show too.
It only lasted like 1 season, but yet it was so impactful in my life. But yeah, I always
That's
wanted
right.
I always wanted to beat a geek.
That's right. You always have. He's always said it, guys. He's always said it. So
And you know what? Ryan's always said aliens exist, which is
They
why our
do.
next topic is all about aliens. Ryan, are you ready for this week?
I am ready for this week's
Disclosure discussion. Ha 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 ha. It's about aliens and stuff.
fatality. AARO reviews 3 newly released UAP videos. On March 6, 2026, 8 members of the U.S. House of Representatives requested access to UAP-related records allegedly held by the Department of War and the intelligence community. The All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office identified a collection of responsive materials held on a classified network. Many of these materials lack a substantiated chain of custody. AARO assesses that this video, which we're going to go ahead and play right now, whose uploader defined it as for UAP formation Iran 26 of August 2022 over water with it's been canceled out call sign. It's likely derived from an infrared sensor aboard a U.S. military platform operating within the United States Central Command Area of Responsibility in 2022. A user uploaded this video to a classified network in June 2024.
And it's my favorite one. I got to be honest. Out of all the UFO videos you showed me, this one, this is the best.
Go ahead and play it again because it's a short one. Going off of the title of this file alone, we can see that there are 3 objects moving in unison that are the same shape and size, which appear to be creating a wake in the water. Then, before the video ends, another smaller object can be seen crossing the left-hand side, which does not leave a wake in the water like the other 3 do, and actually casts a shadow on the water. Upon a first glance, the 3 objects could be identified as possible boats, but then why would the video be titled for UAP formation? Unfortunately, this video leaves more questions than answers.
I like how the one that flew by, on the bottom would go, wee! I like how that
Yes.
one did not have any waves in the water.
And you can see its shadow.
Yeah, so it's like, are you flying a little bit higher than the other ones, or you just kind of going through? I know we talk about this a lot in a different frequency, maybe not even actually touching the water.
Right. And by perspective, the other 3 look larger, right? And they look further back because the other one seems to cross in front of them and
Yeah.
above. So it seems much smaller than the other 3. The other 3 are like in unison. They, like I said, they almost look like boats, but who knows?
My God, we're not alone.
All right. So that brings us to this next video here. The video begins. The AARO assesses that this video, whose uploader defined it as Syrian UAP instant acceleration, is likely derived from an infrared sensor aboard a U.S. military platform operating within the United States Central Command Area of Responsibility in 2021. A user uploaded the video to a classified network in June 2024. Now, the original video, which you can get at war.gov, this is part of the second release of files. You can specify the second release if you hit the UFO button, and you can also say video only. It'll pop right up. So it's a 5-minute video, so I'm going to break it down, but I'm cutting the video for this podcast. The video begins at the end of the full video where the instant acceleration is documented. The clip is repeated with a white edge threshold enhancement applied. Then the video is replayed again in 50 and then 25% speed. The clip is then repeated again with black and white values inverted. Finally, the entire footage is revealed to where we can see the infrared sensor following the object and then being able to lock onto it. And then you see the object suddenly just jerk right out of its lock on it, almost as if it suddenly stopped.
It felt really retaliative.
It did. So once again, it had to follow it. And so then we get an example of instant acceleration on camera, which sets this clip aside from so many others that we actually get to see the object zoom off the screen by no fault of the camera. And like I said, we saw it jerk earlier in that footage as well. So to me, this was huge. In the notes for this declassified document, it states this media was digitally altered prior to upload to a classified network and is presented as it was received. The question must be asked, is the original footage of better quality? We have heard before that the UAP videos being released have been purposefully blurred from the testimonies of supposed eyewitnesses over the past few years of congressional hearings and military personnel like Commander David Fravor, who is a retired naval pilot.
I want to say, no, I 100% believe this because
Yes.
I'm looking at a lot of these videos and I'm thinking, man, I really hope the military can see better than that with like
They
their
can.
scopes
You
and
know
their
they can.
radars. Like, yeah, it looks like if you told me some of these videos were from like the 1940s, I'd be like, oh yeah, I believe that. But you tell me that's from like 2009 and it you can't make anything out. It's like you're looking at an ultrasound of a baby. They're like, you see the head? I'm like, no.
Right.
Like, what are you talking about?
No, and no, it's frustrating, isn't it? Because we know the real footage is still not disclosed. We're still not seeing it. So that brings us to our final clip. Go ahead and play it. The AARO assesses that this video, whose uploader defined the title as Spherical UAP over AFG in and out of clouds on the 23rd of November 2020, likely derived from another infrared sensor aboard another U.S. military platform operating in the United States Central Command Area of Responsibility in November of 2020. User uploaded this in June 2024. In this video, we see a spherical UFO entering the clouds and making a sharp turn up to the left and out of the clouds again. You can clearly see the clouds moving. There's clearly something there.
Yeah, I mean, it does. It straight up goes in and out because at first it just looks like a black speck on the screen.
Right.
But once it goes through the clouds, you're like, oh, wait, it actually is moving in real space.
Mm-hmm. The clip is slowed down for observational purposes. Then the footage ends with the original video showing the UFO making its dip in and out of the clouds as witnessed in the beginning of the clip zoomed in. The object then travels towards a dark spot in the clouds and disappears, which is where this video ends. This is a great example of these UAP being physical in nature, as we can see it disappear into the clouds, come back out, and then disappear again. The object being spherical in shape could also explain the idea of the classic flying saucer.
Yeah.
You
it's
know,
true.
like it just
Also-
caught at the right, just the right point of view.
What if it was a sphere?
Or it could have been a sphere and someone just looked up and went, it's a saucer, just imagining, you know. So
Yeah.
it is interesting. And I love these videos. Honestly, all of these were really cool. Like I said, I found all of them in the second batch of releases on war.gov. You can go right there and download. That's where I downloaded these clips.
So yeah, check it out. You can tell us if you see anything different. I like last week because one of the UFOs you told me looked like a rubber ducky.
And that was my assessment. Guys, I'm giving you my assessment of these videos, so don't take any of these as facts for the most. Like I explain exactly
screw
what's
that.
there.
Screw that. You take this as a fact as
That's
much
right.
as you take anything you watch on YouTube as a fact. All right, we are just as factual as those facts.
I've studied quite a bit of this stuff, so
That's true.
you know.
You are a ufologist. I mean, you
Yeah,
don't need to
I do,
undercut
yeah.
yourself. You
Yeah.
you spend hours studying this stuff, man.
Because I love it and I love you guys. So thanks for tuning into this week's disclosure discussion. And that brings us to the next segment of our podcast.
It's true. It's a little thing we like to call
Real world weird.
Yeah, I do like the real world weird.
I do too.
You know, this just started because there was I don't remember what it was. It was some like butter eating contest or something that was really strange, and we wanted to put it in the show. And I was
Yes.
like, okay, but it's not paranormal and it's not movies. Like, how do we do this? And it was just like, there needs to be a place in our show for strange and awkward and silly things that happen in the real world.
Like when your piloting instructor decides to just jump out mid-flight.
Granted, that one was a bit dark,
It was a little dark.
but it was weird.
It was very, very weird. I'm sure that just like, you got to be kidding, right? Like,
Oh, man. Well, we got two today, and yeah, here we go.
Number 1, India says enough. Haunted village bans paranormal influencers.
I get it. I get it. Do we count as paranormal influencers?
I think so.
All right, at least on some level.
What is a ghost hunter? What kind of pants does a ghost hunter wear to a hunt? Just the paranormal jeans.
That was awesome.
A small village.
That was the greatest joke you've ever told me. All right. I love it. No, you need credit for that. Hold
Thank
on,
you.
hold on,
Thank
hold on. No, just hold
Good. I'm gonna ride that for the rest of this month.
Yes.
All right. A small village in India's Uttarakhand state has had enough of ghost hunters. Officials in Swala have reportedly banned outsiders from entering without permission after a flood of YouTubers, social media creators, and paranormal investigators descended on the community, claiming it was haunted.
I mean, that makes sense.
And they're just ghosts everywhere. They're just like, we don't understand why everyone keeps coming here.
I died a terrible death.
Nope, that was just a wind.
Yeah, what was that? Oh, that was a squirrel.
That was a squirrel. The village has long been the subject of local ghost stories, but residents say online creators have turned folklore into fact, damaging the community's reputation. In response, officials
It's true. I mean, I only heard great things about this place before this.
That's right. Village officials have erected signs warning that unauthorized visitors are prohibited and that legal action could be taken against anyone spreading false claims that Swala is a ghost village.
Yeah, right. Like, exactly. I think it's funny though that they were just so many obnoxious people with their phones or just like going to old houses. Like, oh my god, it's haunted.
I'm just saying this guy is totally talking like his village is haunted and he's embarrassed of it. Like, I'm not buying this. He's like way too concerned about this. I'm like, so it really is haunted, isn't it, bro?
He's like, no,
Like-
no. He's just like the mayor from Jaws. There's nothing wrong with this place.
And I want them witched up. That's right. This is vandalism. So, according to reports, villagers hope the restrictions will stop creators from using the town as a backdrop for paranormal content. Who does that?
Can we cover it next episode?
Yes.
All
And
right.
allow Swala to be known for something other than internet ghost stories. We're going to talk all about Swala ghost stories. Whether the ban ends, the haunted hype remains to be seen. But if you're planning a ghost hunt there, which you shouldn't, totally shouldn't,
No.
you may want to rethink your travel plans. Rethink it, guys.
I got nothing. I just think it is hilarious. So like, you know what? We're done. We're done with these YouTubers.
It makes me want to go even more. I hope everyone goes now.
All right.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to stir the pot, but you
No.
kind of deserve it after that.
It's kind of funny.
I mean, just saying. So that brings us to number 2. The window cleaning World Cup is exactly what it sounds like.
Yep.
If you've ever looked at someone cleaning windows and thought, I bet I could do that faster. There's apparently a competition just for you.
There is.
The Window Cleaning World Cup is a real international event where professional window cleaners race against the clock to clean 3 standard side panes of glass using only a squeegee, scrubber, and bucket of water.
What?
It's not just about speed, though. Every streak, miss spot, or drip adds time penalties, so accuracy matters just as much as quick hands. The competition began in 2019 at The Cleaning Show in London.
Okay, so like
That makes sense now.
Let's unpack
It makes
the fact
sense
that there's
now.
the cleaning show.
In London. That makes total sense now. But I'm going to continue to try to make this sound badass.
That's true, because every time I hear about people from England, I hear, see that guy? Clean windows.
So there it began and has since developed a surprisingly dedicated following. Competitors train their technique, compare equipment, and chase world record times measured in mere seconds. Current record holders can finish the entire course in well under 10 seconds, which is somehow both impressive and mildly ridiculous and slightly embarrassing.
What do you do? Like, what do you do after? Like, if you're
I don't
the
know.
best window washer in the world, like, is that you put that on a resume? You're like, I'm going to the big city. They're gonna get me at the biggest high rise in New York. I'm gonna make it big now. Look at me, world record holder. I'll clean them good. I'll clean them fast. Like, all right, cool.
Here to clean the windows.
Yeah, it's just like
Hello.
it kind of feels like because I've had a lot of people tell me that how do you still play video games as an adult because you realize like how much time you put into the video games and you ultimately accomplish nothing but like endorphins that are releasing in your brain. And that's kind of what I feel like with this. Like when you train as a window washer, but like that was the pinnacle. Just like
The window cleaning World Cup.
what do you do after that?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much the peak of life.
I
Like
guess,
you can die after that point.
I guess it's the same for any gold medalist, right? Like they're like, well, I'm the fastest swimmer in the world. I guess I'll get tacos. Like I'm done. Like I've done it. Like
I think
what-
I'll pick up cross stitch.
Yeah, you're right. Like, I guess that's what really awesome people do. They're just like, all right, I beat this. Now next game.
That's right.
Yeah.
So yes, while most of us are trying to avoid cleaning our own windows, somewhere in the world, people are battling for the international glory with a squeegee. And honestly, that's a sport we didn't know we needed, but we do. Extreme. You can see right through it.
I am riveted.
Me too.
All right.
Wow. Boy, howdy. That was a great real world weird. It was pretty weird. It wasn't that weird, but it was pretty weird.
It's kind of
It
weird.
was kind of weird. Yeah,
It's weird that it exists.
I know. I agree. It's very weird.
There
It's
was
very
a
weird.
joke in all the sitcoms and all the shows and all the movies that I remember, and I say all because I actually don't remember particular what I'm referring to, but they always made a joke of like ESPN having like ESPN 10, it's squirrel racing. Like they just like
I mean, well, hold on.
exactly. Right?
You've got my attention.
Well, it sounds like a joke, but if I was flipping channels and I saw like people just furiously washing windows with a clock, I'd be like, what is like I'd tune in for at least one of the rounds. I'd
Like,
be
because you would think it was like a satire.
Yeah.
Like it would have had to have been like a commercial for something, right? Like,
It's like-
what is what?
I don't think this is advertising anything.
It is not.
What
Not at all. Just their sheer raw talent.
I want a stadium with like advertisers all around, like baseball or football, but it's just like Windex. Like
Yeah.
it's like we have the best rags in town. Nothing like no streak rags.
Tune in next week as we fold our clothes.
I bet there's an international folding clothes
Oh, God,
competition,
you're
like
you're right.
T-shirts or something. I guarantee it.
Yep, just doing chores for the Olympics, I guess. You know, I mean,
That's
Well,
what we
you know.
gotta do, man. We get our children and we just get them into some like sport that just be like, oh, you gotta practice, dude. Scrub my floors. Go, 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 go. You gotta do it quick.
manipulation and deception. I like it.
That's how you raise children.
That's exactly how. The best part.
Yep.
It was the best part.
All right. You know, I don't think I got much more in me today, man. I think we're gonna call it a day. We covered some
Yeah.
good stuff.
We did indeed. So that brings us to the worst part, which is the end of the podcast.
Well, my bladder would disagree.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Well,
yeah.
let's wrap this up for Joe's sake then. Guys, thank you for tuning in. Remember, we have new episodes every single Thursday.
That's right. We'd like to thank our guest, Patti, and we'd like to thank all of you for watching the show. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube if you haven't done it already. And if you are listening to the audio version of this show, hit that download button. It is the best way to support us.
And leaving a comment.
No, that is just a good way to support us. The best way to support us is download.
Okay, a
Yeah,
good
don't
way.
contradict me
If
in
you,
front of our audience.
if you want to get the A+,
How dare you?
if you want to get that extra credit, leave a comment and shame me. Just shame me for this mistake I have made.
That's true. You can just have like a whole big, like, there's 16 things. Just say all the horrible things you could think of.
I can take it.
All right, guys. Well, we'll see how Ryan's mental state is on next week's episode. But
It's rumbling already.
until then, see ya.
And goodbye.